latest one from Charlotte Tilbury, Bejewelled Eyes to Hypnotise. This palette is for holiday 2020, so very beautiful packaging. And you would think, based on the packaging, that it's going to be sort of a sheeny, more cool tone palette. But when you open it up, we see some very, very warm tones. So my question was, how similar is this to her previous palettes? I have 2 of them. How similar is it to all these other warm tone palettes that we've seen over the years, and is it worth it? Because what she claims is that this palette has 2 new formulas of almost like a wet metallic look. I'll show you guys some swatches. We'll just go left to right on my arm. You can kind of see that it is, of course, that typical shimmery effect. There's some mattes, lots of shimmers, which is beautiful, of course, for holiday. And yes, there is a dimension to these shadows, a beautiful crystal kind of effect. They're very creamy, like way more creamy than her quads. And I find these palettes, for the most part, are more creamy than her quads. So formula is impressive upon swatching. Now, how similar is it going to be to, say, her first palette, which I do have? I don't think it is. This came out first and foremost a few years back, if not 4 years now. The pigmentation on this wasn't as impressive. It was good. I have actually used quite a bit of that one. It's good for every day. And then we have, of course, the Pillow Talk palette, which I think is permanent. And again, that one is very warm toned. So a little bit more muted, a little bit more maybe everyday wearable, not as many shimmers, mostly mattes. And I think that's where the difference is, because upon first look, you might say, oh, okay, it's too similar. Like, I don't need it. And yes, the tones are similar. I'm just gonna put them both up without destroying them. Struggle is real. So yes, they can be at first glance looking very similar. However, the top one is the new Bejewelled Eyes. Definitely more deep, definitely more jewel tones, and way more shimmers. It's almost as if the Pillow Talk palette is your daytime palette in the warm tone family, and then this one is just more nighttime, more glowy, more glistening. I'll definitely do 2 different looks with this palette, and we'll go over it. Price-wise, same price as usual. It's 95 Canadian. Very expensive, really, if you think about it. Less than 1 gram per pan. These tones look really pretty. Let's see if they translate onto the eye. Let's go straight into the eye look. Okay, so this eye first, and I'm thinking we're gonna go into, I just did a red look with Chanel, so let's just go into this really, really simple pan here. This is the Happy Glow, and I'm just gonna do what she normally does. So her first color is just gonna go all over. Blending like a dream. Second color is more of an enhancing color. So that I just put closer to the lash line, slightly into the crease, no fallout. Quality is beautiful. I'm gonna take that first color, and again, because I have a slight hood, I want to blend those 2. So I'm just gonna take that first shade and just blending it out. Then I'm gonna take the last color and pop that just right in the middle with my finger. So beautiful. Let's take it and just kind of blend it in a bit. I'll take a liner and just line my upper lash line later with just carbon or something, but that's sort of the look there. It is so easy. I love makeup that's easy. I'm not a makeup artist, and while I should get a little bit more daring and experimental with my eyeshadow looks, and I will, I'll definitely try and do some looks that are a little bit more out of my comfort zone. At the end of the day, being busy, going to work, I don't know, I just like stuff that's easy but still looks beautiful. And this is really, really enhancing. Looks great. So that's Happy Glow. Very pretty. Similar to Copper Charge, which was one of her quads. Next one, I'm gonna go in with the purple look. So we'll go in with Dream Glow. Again, starting from left to right, just doing what Charlotte would do, and that's just going to be prime, enhance, and then smoke. So prime, we're just going to put all over the lid. Not a ton of pigment with this color. I really have to sort of pick it up. It's sort of like almost like a gelée formula, I feel. Yeah, it's not overly pigmented, but it's not supposed to be because it's going all over. Then I'm gonna take that middle color, which is sort of more of a burgundy, purpley pink color, and just sort of put it everywhere, including the crease. Maybe take a little bit more of a crease-ish brush. Beautiful tone, almost kind of like a smoky maroon tone. Very, very pretty. I'm gonna take that first color again, as per usual, and just really blend out my crease. That helps with my hooded eye situation. Perfect. And then I'm gonna take a really, really small brush and smoke it out. Again, this is Charlotte Tilbury style. You can do anything. You can mix any of these colors together. I'm just kind of doing what the directions are for it, just for the sake of demoing it and ease of application. That shade's a bit patchy, nothing crazy. I'm just gonna take that second shade now and just blend it out. And that's it. Very, very pretty. Okay, I'm gonna line my eyes, you guys, put on some mascara, and I will be right back with my final thoughts. Okay, I'm back. So mascara's on, and I'm such a sucker for punishment. I put on the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk mascara, and my goodness, if you're not careful, you just get to have this like massive conglomerate mess on your eyes. But if you're careful and you apply it really, really, you know, strategically, it gives a really, really nice effect. So that's on my eyes. And back to the eyeshadow though, what do I think? I really love it. And I didn't go in wanting to love it. I don't go in being a skeptic or a negative person, but I don't know, I just never want to be like, oh yeah, you need this palette or whatever. And you're never gonna need more makeup. Like, that's never something I'm gonna say. But is it beautiful? Yeah, it is. It is so beautiful. It was so easy to achieve this look, and maybe I'll give you guys a quick close-up actually. So we have the happy glow here and the dream glow here. So yeah, it goes on so easily, and that is the key word. It's such an easy application to achieve this looks, and I'm not the most, you know, heavy-handed person with makeup. I'm actually quite light-handed, so I could definitely build this up even more and put on a little bit more to get more impact. But it's so easy to achieve this. Like, I can't believe how fast it was to get this look, and it looks very put together and very beautiful. Is it similar in tones to other palettes? Yeah. I just quickly pulled the Huda Beauty. This is the new nude palette that came out maybe a year or two ago. Very similar tones. You get some berries, some glimmers and shimmers. You could achieve obviously very similar looks, I believe, with it. Yeah, there are similar palettes, and we're gonna get at this point some cross similarities with other brands and other products because there's just so much makeup out right now. But is it, for example, the same as her Pillow Talk palette, which I really wanted it to be. I wanted it to be the same and be like, no, it's redundant, no, it's overdone, you definitely don't need this new palette, it's the same, but it's not. So this palette here is mostly mattes, similar tones, yes, kind of warm tones, but mostly mattes, very daytime for the most part, maybe a little bit of smoke out effect at the end there with those colors. And then this new palette is just so shimmery and glimmery. You only have, I think there's like 3 matte shades in this whole palette. The rest are sort of wet looking or shimmery or metallic shades, and they work equally well on the lid, in the crease. So absolutely beautiful. And I just can't believe how freaking easy it was to use them and to blend them and get a beautiful look out of it. I think this is a win for Charlotte Tilbury, and I think it's beautiful. I think if you want more makeup and it's in your budget, or you don't have any of her palettes yet in terms of the bigger palettes, I definitely recommend it. Is it a win? Absolutely. Is the quality amazing? Absolutely. And it's just beautiful, naturally enhancing, very universal, and I love it so, so much. Can't wait to keep using it. Hey you guys, quick interruption in the video because I got home from work and I noticed how good this eyeshadow looks. I was just about to wash my face and I'm just like, wow, I'm impressed. I don't know, I'm gonna show you guys, like, it looks so good, so fresh. So anyways, here's a close-up. wow, I don't know, the rest of my makeup looks in disarray, but my eyeshadow and eye makeup just looks so good. Wow, I just feel like these bigger palettes compared to her quads wear so well, and I feel like this one does too, the Pillow Talk one, but this one with that glossy formula that she included, that new wet look formula, it is just stayed on so nicely, and it still looks wet and glossy and intact. No fading. I don't know. I am so impressed, you guys. I really wasn't expecting it to look this good after like 10 plus hours of wear time. So another bonus for this palette. Anyways, love it so much. Back to regular programming. So that's it for today's video. Let me know down below if you've got this palette, if you're thinking of getting it, if you're on the fence, what are your thoughts? Let me know. And don't forget to subscribe before you go as well. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. Bye.